Hey, it's your girl Chab, and today I'm coming at you with the flawless Chab look. I have all these products right in front of me that I like to use every time I wear makeup to create a flawless, long-lasting base that'll last me through the night, whether it's clubbing, whether it's daytime appropriate, business appropriate. I got it right here for you. Oily, dry, combination skin, I got you. And hopefully my tips and tricks will help you to do your makeup as well. So if you want to see how I do my foundation, then let's get started. All right, so I already have my brows on right here. If you want to see how I do my brows, which has changed a little bit, but if you want to get an idea, it's up here. Go check it out. So I'm gonna first start off with some primers. Now if you see my other video, check it down up here or down below in the description. So my skin's been really dry lately, so I've been using my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil, and this is literally an oil, but what's good about it is it doesn't clog your pores. So I'm gonna apply this all over the skin because it's wintertime. My face feels like sandpaper, so I need it to be super smooth all day every day. So let's do this. So I'm gonna just take a little bit on the hands and I'm gonna warm it up and I'm gonna rub this all over my face. Don't forget you double chin always. All right, now that the primer oil is on the skin, I'm gonna be adding the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and this is the light version. We're gonna take the light version and we're just gonna put it in the T-zone. It is an oil-free foundation primer. Right, so I always like to prime the skin because you know why we're gonna go to the next step. So I'm gonna be using my foundation today, and my favorito at the moment is the Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra-Longwear foundation, and I have this shade 3-in-1 Buff. Shake it, girl. We're gonna shake it. Okay, it's a little pump right here. Thank you, Auntie Laura. Thank you, Laura. So we got some of our products on the back of our hand, and what I like to do with my foundation is I like to dot it on the skin like so. And me, I prefer a full coverage foundation because my skin, you can't see it right now because I got a lot of lights around me, but I have rosacea, so my cheeks are very red, and I like to cover that up because I don't want to be looking like I'm wearing blush all over my face. So I put it pretty much, I dabbed it on my skin, I smoothed it out just a little bit, but I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender right here and I'm gonna bounce it and spread it out. So let's do this. Mirror. And pretty much I'm gonna do that to the rest of my face. So literally just take it where you need it. Just put a little bit of dots here and there. And reason why I like to use a beauty blender versus a brush is because even though I am applying full coverage, I am not applying too much product, so it will take away some of it because I tend to be a little too generous with the product sometimes. So if you're like that, then a blending sponge will definitely help, and the beauty blender is the best tool because it is just the softest, most micronized, like it's just the smoothest product. So it'll absorb very little, especially when it's wet, and it'll just distribute and blend everything out so beautifully and seamlessly so that you have baby soft smooth skin like me. Chab. Hello. I always say don't forget your double chin because, you know, when I'm in rusty mode like that, I gotta make sure my double chin is the same color as my face. For all my hefty girls out there who got a little bit of something, it's all right, girl. Just make sure you put foundation on it. I don't want to see no turkey giblets under here and then your face is looking all porcelain. Just saying. So again, just tap it, bounce it on the skin like this. Don't swipe because you will remove the product placement, and not only that, but you are just dragging the product, not pressing it into the skin to make it look more natural and beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so my nose is my trouble spot here because I got a lot of pores. So if you want to use a pore filling primer, you can. However, for this foundation, it is very smoothing on the skin. I don't have a need to use a typical primer for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my foundation and just dot it again in that nose area. And then you see like how right on the side of my nose, I got this like harsh line here because there's no product coming in there. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go onto the side like that. And again, if you apply too much, it's okay because the beauty blender will pick it up and it's gonna be all good in the hood. So let's blend this out. Okay, so for the forehead region, especially where the hairline is, you want to make sure that you don't get any foundation in the hair. Otherwise, it's going to look like you have gray, silvery hair going on here. So what I do is I like to take my hand and get up in there and then dot my foundation. And then while I have my hand up like that, I'm going to blend in the foundation. You can go in with a brush if you want to. So if you have like a blending brush like this right here, and if you want to get in and just blend, you can, but just make sure you don't really get it into that hairline. Otherwise, it's going to be looking frosty. We try and look 20 when we're 30, you know what I'm saying? And if you've already seen my brow routine, you know how I finish off my brows with the top. So I'm going to do it in this video too. I'm going to take a flat concealer brush. This is the Morphe M421, and I'm going to go over the top of my brows. And reason why I don't want to go in with the beauty blender close to my eyebrows is because if my beauty blender touches my eyebrows, it's going to disappear because it's all product right there. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to put a little bit of foundation, not concealer, but foundation around the brows. Not only that, but we're cutting the brow too. Right now, this brow is smash and this one is pass. So let's make them both smashing. Alright, so I'm just gonna finish my face off with some concealer, and the concealer I'll be using is the Tarte Shape Tape. I will go in later on concealers in a different video and exactly what concealers are for and how to use them. In this case right here, I'm going to be using concealer to not only color up and cover up these eye circles here, but I'm also going to brighten the skin and bring the features that I want forward. We're highlighted. All right, now that I have my concealer on my face, I am going to set it with some powder. Now for powder, because I have a dry face, it is tricky where I apply it. Usually I like to bake under the eye if I know I'm gonna wear my makeup for a really long time, but because I'm gonna take it off after this video, we're just going to use a brush. And so I have this Real Techniques dual fiber contour brush right here. This is a little small brush that'll fit right under the eye, and just gonna pat it in. I'm gonna be taking my favorito, if you haven't seen my favorite, if you're still drunk from that, but go check it out up there. I'm gonna be using my Maybelline Fit Me loose powder, and I have the shade Fair Light. So pretty much this is different from like a translucent powder. It has a little bit of color to it, but it's also going to help brighten the under eye. Obviously, if you're a different color from me, you probably wouldn't use this color, but they have tons of shades. So I'm just sweeping it under the eye, just kind of set it. Yeah, that's it, just under the eye. I will show you how I bake. So for bake, I'll just dip into the product here and I'll just press it under the eye. And then I'll kind of leave the powder under for a little bit, but for this case, I'm just going to wipe it off because we are not baking today. But that's just to kind of show you if I do that, if I do that, then I will let it sit under the eye for a little bit. I'm also going to put a little bit of powder on the nose because that is the first thing that gets oily. Now, even though my skin has turned a little dry in the winter months, I am still going to do this step because this is the first area that gets oily. So especially in the T-zone, you gotta be aware of that area. If you tend to get kind of shiny, even just a little bit, I would say just set it a little bit with some powder. Now, if your nose is peeling and gross and nasty, girl, put some moisturizer on it, call it a day, maybe an essential oil or something, I don't know, and then you're good to go. All right, so my face is looking a little flat right now, so I'm going to add some bronzer, some highlighter, and some blush. And I will leave everything in the description down below of what I use on the face. So let's go. Alright, so now that the face is on and looking flawless and highlighted and everything, I'm gonna go in with my setting spray. And reason why I use setting spray is because we have used powders, we have a lot of product on the skin, and what this will do is it'll melt it in, make it look nice, make it look smooth, make it look juicy. All right, so I'm using Face Plus because, again, like I said, my face is a little more on the dry side lately. However, during the summertime, I like to use the Cover FX Mattifying setting spray here. is good for the T-zone. So definitely, if you have oily skin, this is the junk to check out. It is super good, super good. You will love it, and it's got a good, nice fine spray. Oh no, don't get on me, I'm dry. So let us spritz the face and just go ham. Just spray it to make sure that the face is saturated. Not to the point where it's wet and it's melting off your face, okay? But just a nice glisten all over the skin to make it look pretty and beautiful and nice and sweet and suave. Ready, set, go. Alright, so this is how you get the flawless Chab look with your girl Chab. That's me, I'm Chab. So we have this nice flawless face right here. It is good for every day, any day. You could wear it with natural, just mascara on the eyes, nude lip, or you could wear it with like a bold, sultry, beautiful, smoky eye, editorial, whatever. This is just a blank canvas. You could put whatever highlighter you want. You could put whatever bronzer, highlighter, blush, whatever. You could do anything you want with this look, and hopefully the products that I've used in front of me will help you in your makeup endeavors. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and follow me on all these social medias down below right here. And ding ding, hit that notification bell because your girl make new video every Friday. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or what you would like to see next. As always, thank you for watching. Bye. I'll kind of leave it here for a little bit. Brows with the top. So I'm gonna do it on the help you. Come on, stay still. Hopefully, I just spit like real far. For your laugh, for your beautiful makeup laugh. That sounds so weird.